All right, to this now. Cape Town tourism figures are expected to increase beyond previous record levels this coming tourist season. The increase in visitor numbers will help grow the local economy and boost job creation. For more on this story, let's bring in now SABC News reporter Corbin August and video journalist Lukhanyo Mazantsana, who are standing in the mother city.
We are crossing to you from Cape Town, the mother city, and it's a gorgeous day, if I do say so myself, here in Cape Town. Sun is shining, sky is blue, and there are a lot of happy people around. Of course, we are here at the launch of the City of Cape Town's tourism campaign in the midst of Tourism Month today. And the city has announced various partnerships and various charters that have been signed with various role players in the tourism industry. Of course, this just to promote tourism and to grow tourism numbers here in Cape Town. But they've also been looking at safety and how they can actually grow the economy through tourism and create more jobs and also help improve the livelihoods of all the people who work in Cape Town. Joining us now to give us a bit more info and to talk to us more about this launch, we are talking now to the Mayoral Committee member for Economic Growth and Tourism here in Cape Town, James Foss. James, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to the SABC.
Thank you so much, and for joining us here at the launch of our Choose Cape Town campaign, which is a 5-point tourism program of action to boost the visitor economy. With 5 simple steps, we want to attract more visitors and investors to Cape Town. Number 1, landing more flights. We want to connect Cape Town with more key source markets. During the peak period, we land 215 international flights every single week, and we have connected Cape Town to 31 destinations around the world. So the mission is to open up more routes across the world to give us more frequency and direct linkages to cities. Number 2, docking more cruise liners. We want to dock more cruise liners in Cape Town because the passenger and crew spending from these cruise liners support local businesses from corner to corner, community to community. It's the provision of goods and services, the maintenance of these cruise ships, but it's also the crew and passenger spending that really supports our local economy. Number 3, hosting more conferences and events throughout Cape Town. We want to fill up our hotels, fill up our conference venues with delegates from all over the world coming to Cape Town to stay in our hotels, spend money in our restaurants, and buy goods and services here from our local businesses. Number 4, developing and diversifying more tourism products across the city. This is where we want to support local businesses with their product offering, their product availability, and their market to access, so that we can prepare more businesses for the influx of tourists coming into our city, but also local tourism. We want to make it more affordable, more accessible, and that's why diversifying and developing tourism products across the city is such a cornerstone of who we are as a Cape Town. And number 5, clever campaigns backed up with conversion. So we want to do marketing across the world, but in very specific key source markets: North America, South America, Europe, the UK, Africa and the East, so that we can attract more visitors from those key source markets to Cape Town through clever campaigns, but backed up with conversion, because it's that conversion that drives forward bookings. It's those forward bookings that benefits local businesses. So our work in this sector is to make sure that tourism benefits our local economy, creates more job opportunities and more economic spin-offs.
And then Alderman Foss, when we were here earlier, we witnessed the signing of that sustainable tourism agreement, that charter going forward. Just tell us, what does that mean, and how will that also help to improve tourism and make it more sustainable going forward here in Cape Town?
So today we also signed with tourism industry associations a responsible tourism charter. So as the City of Cape Town, we want to elevate Cape Town's global status as a responsible tourism destination. Research shows that international travelers are seeking out destinations where they are implementing responsible and sustainable practices, from energy to water, and also environmentally and culturally conscious implementation, so that we can say to the world that we are open for business, but we are also very mindful of our impact on the environment, and also to make sure that it's good for people, places and planet. And so with the signing of this responsible tourism charter, we are encouraging more tourism businesses across the city to implement those measures to make their businesses more practical, universal, accessible. I messed up. Okay, to make sure that their businesses are more universally accessible, and also by implementing those measures that's good for planet and good for people. And that's why this responsible tourism charter will take us to the next level and put Cape Town on the global stage as a responsible tourism destination.
Okay. And then maybe just lastly, you talk about Cape Town and the impact that tourism has on Cape Town's economy, but maybe if we look at South Africa, how can this also help South Africa as a country if tourism moves forward here in Cape Town?
Absolutely, because tourists, when they visit Cape Town, they are likely to visit other cities and towns across the country, and we would encourage them to do so, because when people arrive in Cape Town, they want to experience our cultures, our communities, and our cuisines. But for the rest of the country, there's safari, there's beautiful wildlife. So it would make sense for us in Cape Town to work with other municipalities and for South Africa to succeed with more visitors coming to Cape Town, because then South Africa benefits from those influx of visitors and investors. So it's good for our national economy as well.
Well, Alderman Voss, thank you so much for your time, and we do wish you well in all the future endeavors, and we do hope that the Cape Town tourism numbers do keep increasing as they have been showing over the last few years. All of the best to you and to your team. Well, of course, that was Alderman James Voss, the mayoral committee member for economic growth and tourism here in the city of Cape Town.